Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. So the 2024-25 season was, of course, a memorable one for the Merseysiders, led then by their Egyptian archer with his quiver full of arrows.
Yeah, one of the most dominant champions in top-flight history, Peter. I think my favourite game out of them all would have to be that 6-3 from just before Christmas.
Yeah, that visit to North London.
Yeah, Salah again was the star, 2 goals, 2 assists in a game which was a 5-1 by the hour mark. Will he ever truly slow down?
That's going wide left. And it's Roberto Carlos. Sends it crossfield. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Gerrard. That pass has been well intercepted. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? McAllister. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Roberto Carlos. Ribéry getting forward. He's found a way past. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Ribéry. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Just about within shooting range. Oh, what has happened here? Roberto Carlos.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
James is there, and he can get that clear. It'll be a throw-in. Goes for goal! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. That's going across goal. Mignon deals with that nice and simple. Now it's Shevchenko. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Donadoni is the team's great visionary. Puyol wins the duel this time. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
This looks promising.
Doku really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He won't be happy with that one. He is through here. Roberto Carlos. Ribéry scooting forward. Ribéry crosses it in. Conte! Oh, that is rather wayward.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
Serginho. Aims beyond the defence. Doku has it out wide and in space. Conte. Now it's Olise. Stood up well to him there. much subtlety about that challenge. Donadoni! Donadoni! So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. James does well to get it back. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Great chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Our very first corner. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And now they can clear their lines. Nicely weighted ball. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
A quick reminder,
the midway point of the game.
India certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's the throw. Oh, good spread. Mohamed Salah, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Ribery, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Ribery.
That was lovely, that.
In towards the backs. Terrific effort! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mohamed Salah really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Shevchenko! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And here's Mohamed Salah. And he's managed to get free. Oh, good effort! Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. So we've reached the hour mark.
Madrid have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substitution on the field. Number 8.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 22, Gerrard. Number 21, Robert Lewandowski.
And that's
13,
off target.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Number 17, Neymar. Number 5, De Bruyne. Number 11, Shevchenko. Number 20, Messi. Substitutions taking place.
And it's De Bruyne. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Nicely spread. Bernardo Silva will not want to lose out here. Not a canny finish! Contact was certainly crisp. Didn't quite come off.
Well, he certainly got enough purchase on it. Now he's got to think a little bit more about the accuracy.
De Bruyne. Looking for the run. And he's picked out the run. Chance for a shot! And that was struck with genuine force.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Bernardo Silva knocks it into space. Oh, delightful ball. Roberto Carlos out for a throw. He's gone for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Bernardo Silva, he's got away, and that's aimed in, towering header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
India perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. De Bruyne is wide and looking to get onto this.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, they could be caught out here. He's having a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
De Bruyne really might have let his reputation get the better of him then. Yes, you can spank one from there, but there are other options, you know.
Can he get it through? Thuram making good progress on the right-hand side. That's good vision. And this is Bernardo Silva. Aimed at the far side. James clears it away. Nicked it back promptly. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Applies the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Ambitious ball here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's had a shot! It's off target and by quite a way. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. There's the whistle. Borussia Dortmund have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
India clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Looking for options for movement. Tries to thread one through. Maldini cuts out the pass. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Back when it goes. And it's Messi. And Messi! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And there is your opener. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
India are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Well, that is one way to stop him. Right, Shevchenko. Hakimi. Hakimi is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Well-timed, excellent interception. And he's quick to snatch it back. Hakimi.
India really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Donatoni. And here's Messi. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
Aims beyond the defence. He's in plenty of space. Takes a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's a decent clearance. Looking for a runner. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Albert Ferrer cuts it out. Probing pass. Hits a goal kick. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. That's destined for the flank. Shevchenko, towering header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Count! And that is doing no harm at all.
Cout really reacted very quickly there, but couldn't quite find the finish he needed.
And it's Gerrard. He's looking wide, and that is a little undercooked. O'Shea.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking for the run, and here's Elise, and he's managed to get free to Lewandowski! Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
After 32 minutes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
India are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Pressing high and with purpose. It's Lewandowski! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Rijkaard tries to clear. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Shevchenko.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Serginho. Now it's Doku. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Saliba attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Albert Ferrer gets across to intercept that. Shevchenko. Great vision. That's been cut out, well played. Marquinhos plays it long. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
McAllister. Donatoni. Olise in acres of space out wide. Hakimi. O'Shea has created one goal. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 11.
So once again, we're underway.
Coming on the field is number 13.
Hasebe calmly anticipates. Messi. Now, what about a counter-attack? O'Shea. And here's Couch. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Can he get on the end of this? O'Shea cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Lewandowski showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Great work on the overlap. Can he finish? And that was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Corner number 2 then. McAllister! That is decidedly lacking.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Couch making good progress on the right-hand side.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
And the finish! Crossbar comes to the rescue. James. Oh, he's found support out wide. Elise. There's the shot! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Hasebe gets on his bike and on the move.
179.
Could go all the way here. Roberto Carlos wants to run onto this. Serginho. That's good vision. That pass just didn't quite work. Just eases him off the ball. There's a sharp little ball here. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Oh, great feat, that.
And this is Batistuta. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. India are down to 10 men.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Substitution.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
I think there's actually a quiet confidence in pulling this off.
Roberto Carlos! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He can run onto that. It's Lewandowski! Contact was certainly crisp, didn't quite come off.
Well, he's getting a few rounds of applause from around the touchline, but he's angry with himself, really angry.
Hakimi. More and more pressure on the ball here. Messi powering forward here. The ball's gone astray. India perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look. Clearly is chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And they've got their lead back. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserved goal.
Good read, needed to be.
India really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Albert Ferrer with the slide tackle there. Well, that looks a decent ball. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. It's a pretty loose pass. It's a searching pass. And it's capped. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's hit the woodwork and out!
India really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Rijkaard. And here's Messi. And he's in on goal. He's come in hard.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Now it's Lewandowski. And the referee brings it to a close. India were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded.
Volunteers for each
Thoughts on
block.
what we've just
Please
seen?
report
Well,
to the
Peter,
staff.
this